Hello everybody, welcome to a new tutorial from Sound for More. It's Leo speaking. Today I have the pleasure to introduce you to Wires, a fantastic 70s Soviet wires recorder which has been emulated now. This comes from AudioThing in collaboration, as you can see from the user interface, with Heimbach. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe, as it helps with growing the channel. Thank you very much. Also, I would like to remind viewers that and subscribers that would like to participate in the giveaway to check, first of all, if the giveaway is still on. And you can do that opening the video description, and you can check if the winners have been announced or not. And that's the way also that you can check if you have been selected as a winner. And after 2 days, I normally write in the video description who are the winners, and then I will allow another 2 days after that to collect the codes. And of course, if the codes are not collected, I will redistribute the codes to others. So just bear that in mind. Okay, we are inside the AUM, as you can see, and I have already created a little bit of a setup. So I practically created a lot of audio channels which are sending the output to a mix bus A, as you can see. And then on the right hand side, I have wires as an insert effect, which is applied to an audio channel which has as an audio source that a mix bus A. So as you can see from the left hand side, we have ISM from Arturia, Digisticks 2 from 4 Pockets, a steel guitar, riffler, and pipa as well. And the reason for selecting all of those is just to give you a little bit of a flavor of what it sounds like. So let's start with ISM first, okay? And I have a pad here, which is selected. So let's go to wire, and I'm going to use that pad from ISM to, which sounds like this, by the way, to actually give you a brief explanation of the controls on the user interface, and then we are going into demonstration of what it sounds like with different instruments. So let's start. First of all, the effect is off at the moment. I turn it off here on the top right hand side. You can click on it, and you can hear this noise from the recorder. Okay. You have here a playback start and stop, which is really nice. If I click on here, it will stop, and it will stop gently. The speed to which it will start or stop is defined by this speed dial, and that is really, really nice and cool. Let me show you. So you can hear how it stops, and of course as it starts. Really, really, really nice. Really, really nice. And down here on the bottom left hand side, you have an envelope, which is off at the moment. And if you activate it, you have the effect practically working, only you have an input signal, which can be really handy instead of starting and stop it, just in this case, as I'm recording the video. So let's start it again. As you can see, when the input is down to 0, you don't hear any more the effects, but of course the plugin is still running. So it's a really nice app because it gives you the ability to replicate that retro sound. So and it's good for lo-fi, for ambience as well. So let's see the controls. So let's start here on the top left side. So here you can emulate the microphone and also the speaker. Okay. Here on the master on the right hand side, you can select, of course, in decibel, the input and also the final output. course, you have a selection here for mixing and also soft clipped, which is really nice. So let me show you. Let's disable this. You saw going right and clipping, and therefore clipping. So now I apply soft clip here. Although it can still be clipping. Here you have a selection also to trim further the output, also to make the sound mono as well. Okay, and then here you have a control for changing the routing from clean and dirty. And I will show you that, particularly when you have drops applied. So, but I'll come back to that in a moment. So on the left-hand side here, you have noise, which you can select, which comes from the wires, of course, simulated. Of course, because I have the envelope set up to on at the moment, the noise will stop. But if I was to remove the envelope, you hear that hum and hissing always there, of course, simulated. By the way, remember that you have an envelope here as well for, envelope settings here. For the envelopes, if you click on it, you can change the attack and also the raise for that envelope, which is really nice, particularly if you want a little bit more sustain, as if you're playing, you have some pauses, for example. Or you can have it down to release very quickly. Like in this case, okay? So, but depending on your taste. Then next you have the motor noise. So let me show you what this sounds like. It's really nice. It gives you that feeling of that those old machines in the 70s. So really, really nice. Okay, let's move to the center controls. Here you have control for wow and flutter, so that sound imperfection. Okay, next you can decide the sound drops as well. Let me show you what happens if I set these to maximum. And here you have also a tilt equalizer, which is interesting in terms of emphasizing different ranges of your sound. So I'm going to lower it here on the left-hand side. And now I'll show you the differences. Hopefully you can hear those between clean and dirty routing. I hope you have some headphones because that really helps. So hopefully you should be able to hear that when I set it to dirty, it's a little bit more aggressive. He has a little bit of a stronger character. But again, I will come back to that because there are some interesting presets which you can choose from here, which makes that even more obvious. Then you have a click dial, and this is really dispersion of or degradation of sound, which turns into clicks. So let me turn the drops down and increase the clicks. So let's turn this down to the minimum. So you hear less clicks. Next, you have an equalizer, as I mentioned a moment ago. Straightforward. And then down here, you have an echo effect. So you turn it on here. You decide the timing here, and you can also synchronize into host as well. You can see it changes from millisecond to subdivision, synchronized to the host. And then you have duration in terms of feedback, depth of the level in terms of amplitude, and then if you want it mixed or just having the wet effect. But you will hear that even better when I change instruments. So let's do that. So let's go to Digistick 2. Let's open it up and let's create a simple sequence like so. We have already set it up to be AudioThing. Yeah, we already have done that. So now let me open up here Riffler so that it doesn't interfere with Digistick 2, and let's click play. Now, I had the echo on, so let's turn that off and let's restart. Okay, now let me show you different presets, and let's choose something that is related to drums. So let's start with these Burger Girl drums. Okay, let's make it a little bit more interesting. Let's go to Digistick 2, and let's add some close hi-hat. Like so, an open hat there and there, perhaps, and let's maximize this window, and then perhaps a rim shot there. Okay, and now let's go back to wires and try again. You can hear the difference when the plugin is off, right? So let me play now. Okay, now let's turn it on. Okay, let me show you other presets which are related to drums. So let's scroll down and let's choose, for example, these Vega drums. So as you can hear, quite powerful. But let's listen again. With this preset, actually, you can clearly hear the difference between clean and dirty routing. And let me try again so you can listen a little bit more. Okay, let's stop there. So now let's open up a Digistick 2, and why not? Let's use Riffler instead. And let's generate a riff. Let's click play. And let's listen. So you have an idea of what it sounds like now with Riffler. Now let's stop this and let's open up Steel Guitar Pro. Let's link the keyboard to it. And let's try this one now. Start. Interesting, really interesting in terms of sound, particularly this preset with Soviet radio on. Now let's go to Pipa and let's try this one instead for a vocal, and let's apply some preset related to vocals and see what they sound like. Quite dramatic. So let's choose something else. This hoarse voice. Really interesting. And let's see if there is anything else this way. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial and also demonstration of wires. It's really a nice plugin. I can play with hours with the plugin because it's really nice. And remember, you also have option here to save, delete your preset, to randomize also the settings. You can also lock parameters so that when you change presets, they don't change. For example, you click here, you lock the parameter, you click again, you remove it. And then you have access to menus where you can choose, for example, setting for echo level, pre, post feedback, oversampling, which is really nice to lock, unlock all the parameters, preset, copy and paste. You have access to online manual, the about, and also some global settings in terms, for example, what happens with cleaning of buffer, start and stop, settings, animation, and Doppler. Okay, I hope you enjoyed and see you the next time. Bye.